Hi there, this is Dr. Everybody. Welcome to CSE 231. This is a course where we introduce you to Python, but this course is really about problem solving. We are going to do Python, but it's really problem solving using Python. You will find that in many respects, the problem solving part of this course is the hardest part of the course. So why are we here? Well, I include a video on exoskeletons, and there's obviously a lot of mechanical engineering involved with that, but there's also a lot of programming behind that, and that's kind of the idea of we are creating programs to help the world be better in some aspect. The real purpose of this course is that when presented with a problem, you'll hopefully say, oh, hey, I can write a program to do that. This course was developed by Dr. Punch and myself. And at the time when we created it back in 2007, Python was still pretty new. And we had to write a text because one didn't exist. Fortunately for you now, there are secondhand copies around. There's also we have maybe 10 on reserve in the library, so you have lots of options there. Unlike many courses, we do expect you to use the text because the videos we have are supplements. So the idea is you read the text and then you learn from the videos sort of how to do some of the things that are in the text. So watch out for that. It is a challenge, an extra challenge to try and get through this course without the textbook. How about the components of this class? Well, let's take a look at the different pieces there. What we have are every week, and it ends up being pretty relentless. We do have things that you have to do. There'll be a reading in the chapter, there'll be a video to do, there'll be some exercises to do online. There'll be a lab that's in person, except for the people that are in the online 7:30, and there'll be a weekly programming project. This is something to be done on your own and can be rather lengthy. There's 2 midterms and a final. Anything I'm showing you here, the details are in the syllabus. There is a web page. While we do have D2L, a lot of what we do is found on this web page. So you want to check that out. The grading, there are 3 components to it. Those weekly programming projects that I mentioned, the exams that I mentioned, and the chapter exercises that I mentioned. Labs don't count towards the grade. Notice that. What happens is if you miss 3 labs, your final grade will be reduced by 0.5. So if you're going to get a 3.0 and you miss 3 labs, you'll now be down to a 2.5. You miss 4 labs, you're down to a 2.0, and so on. We expect the labs to be done. We have this thing called Mirror, and that's where you'll find projects and chapter exercises. The link to that can be found on D2L. So that's how you want to get to it. There's normally a $25 charge, but the dean looks like the dean's going to be paying for it, so don't pay for it. It'll be free. For support, you have your TA. You have instructor, there's 2 of us. There's Dr. Zabar and myself, and then there's Piazza. Many of the things that we do are done collaboratively, such as the labs and chapter exercises, but not on the programming projects. They're to be individual, and if you collaborate on those, you'll get a 0. One of the things we start with is to download Python. Very important that it's Python 3, not Python 2. There's a link to where that is, and that's the version that we use in here. We use an IDE called Spider. You're welcome to use other ones. but we do want Anaconda, and the reason is because we'll do some graphing. There is a weekly rhythm to this course. You read a chapter, you watch a video, you do some chapter exercises, you go to your lab, and you do a project. And after you do this weekly project, which can take a lot of time, next week starts up, and you got to read a chapter, watch a video, and so on. So it's pretty relentless. Don't let yourself fall behind in this course. So a couple of tips for you. Read the text, as I already mentioned. Start your programming projects early. We have Help Room, which I have mentioned. Nope, I haven't mentioned. So we do have a Help Room. And programming projects are due on Mondays. The Help Room is insane on Mondays. So you should try to plan your week so you're not trying to get serious help on Mondays. As I mentioned, we do have a course webpage, and it looks like this. Some things that you might want to do is check out the Start Here link. That's real handy. And by the way, I'm on this web page here. There is a syllabus, and there's also a link to the online content where I talk about, you get the weekly assignment, the video, and so on. You find those here. There is, let's see, quick look here. There is the two instructors, myself and Dr. Zabar. There's links to getting Anaconda, and if you click on the online content, you'll see that there are things to do every week, and you'll want to take a look at those. Start out with the welcome video. Oh, that's this. There is an exoskeleton video you might want to take a look at. If you haven't done it, take a look at the hour of code, and then look at that, week 1, week 2, week 3, and so on down the line. Of particular note is this link, the due dates. Click on the due dates. This is your guide to the semester. Every week is on there. It tells you what to do to get started. Every week there's a reading, and there's this is the pace that we go on. So there's a reading, there's some videos, there's a lab, there's some exercises, and starting on the first Monday, that is the second Monday of the semester, there's a programming project due. And so and then every week you get another reading and some videos and a project due and a lab and the exercises. The labs are listed as Fridays. That's really for the online sections. Otherwise you'll be going to labs. And there's exams and stuff, but notice the relentless pace here. So watch out for that. You will be doing your programming in Spider. And it looks something like this. You can do things so that you will see that there are two parts to this IDE that you'll spend most of your time in. There's what's known, we'll refer to the Python console, that's over on this side, and then the editor, which is in this side. A couple of important buttons like that one, which is the Go button. That's where you write your code, and that's how you run it. And you can just type things in here. What's 3 plus 4? Spacing doesn't matter. It's 7. So you can play with things here, and we encourage you to do so. Here you'll actually write programs like the tradition in computer science is to have a hello world program. When you save it, it is really important that you end it with a .py. That tells the operating system, such as Windows or Mac, that this is a Python program. After you save it, you can then run it. Notice I'm up here with this little green arrow, and the word hello world gets printed there, and now you have written your first program. All right, so there's a little bit of a welcome to the course. Good luck.